I'll go Roy Aitken.
Roy Aitken.
Yeah, because he used to have his hair the same colour as whatever gear he wore. That was the only thing, Roy. So if his jumper was purple, his hair was purple, so he was the worst I've ever seen dressing.
I'm sure Roy Aitken's from my neck of the woods. I think, is he for Drustin and West Kilbride? Aye.
Yeah,
Aye.
yes. I wouldn't say it to his face or the same, but he was the worst.
Hard man, by the way, hard man.
I'll put my hand up for that one.
I was going to say.
I was the world's worst. I'd have hated playing with me. I'd have killed me if I played with me. That's as bad as I was. I know it was not just Peter the Pointer, but I think I'd have killed myself because it was the same in training as well. So I was a nightmare to play with. Probably go back to Roy again.
Aye.
Yeah. No, I'll change that. Only one guy who did back me up, Mick McCarthy.
Mick McCarthy. A lot of people.
Big Crawford Brapp came up to about 6 to my front teeth out in one of the games, and about 2 minutes later Crawford was lying flat out and Mick had a red card. So that was on the pitch too.
Do you remember that, John?
Is Crawford Brapp to know your hero, John?
Oh, Big Crawford's Falkirk hero.
You know that, Peter?
Play with Falkirk, John.
Was it Hampden? What was that, Hampden, Peter?
No, Celtic Park.
Was that Celtic Park?
He got me a right hook and I spat all my teeth out my hand. Big Mick said to me, "Who was that?" I said, "Big Crawford there." He went, "All right." 5 minutes later, Mick's going down the tunnel.
Is that on YouTube? Is that on YouTube?
I'm not sure.
It might be. I'm
probably
sure
YouTube wasn't involved in.
No, well, I know that.
I'd probably say Derek White.
Yeah, Big
Chocolate. Yeah, Big Derek was a good-looking boy, you know. I'm better looking at him now, you know, but at the time, he was probably just ahead.
You've come on to a game.
That's the first time anybody's ever said that. John Collins,
there we go.
I got to the stage where I actually called him Dad. I was like, that's what we used to call him, Dad. It was like I used to remember Dick Emery, the wee boy that used to wear the same jacket as his dad, a denim jacket. He used to say, Dad. And we used to say that was me, John Collins. So we used to call him Dad. That was his nickname. The Canio.
The Canio. Oh yes, we'll get some Canio stories out you later.
Unbelievable talent. But I don't think people realise how fantastic and professional he was. But it was a typical Celtic player. You know what it is, because Celtic fans like to be entertained. Not much like Rangers, because you know Rangers, as long as they win, they were all right. For us, we had to play with a certain style.
Well, that is true, innit? Back in the day, it was all that's in the 90s. That's what always it was.
You're right.
We would always just grind it out, wasn't it? I'm at grinding it out.
Oh, some fantastic players, but Rangers had some brilliant players in that period, no doubt of that. But Di Canio was a cloud pleaser, no matter what team he supported. And we had an unbelievable season. We lost one game. Remember going to Aberdeen, you all remember that when he wore the gold boots. They beat Aberdeen 2-1 up there, you know, and he was just unbelievable. He was like Eric Cantona was for Man United. Paulo was the exact same for us, and he proved it when he went to England as well with West Ham, where he was adored as well. But fantastic player. I wouldn't say. I think at that particular time, that was one thing we prided ourselves. We had an unbelievable training group. It was so competitive because you remember we could get sold every day, or somebody could be brought in to replace you every day. So there was no transfer window giving you that wee backstop that if you weren't in the day in particular, you were still there at Christmas. You could be in on the Monday, no day well on the Monday. But 2 weeks later, you were sold or somebody else was in to replace you.
God, I've never looked at that before. I've never looked at it like this.
Every single day, as I say, every single day we could have been sold. And I think that was the difference. I think people don't realise when you've got that security net nowadays. And we never had that at that particular time. Joe Miller. He was the world's worst. Joe would never go to the bar. Probably wouldn't get served. He was too wee anyway. He was just coming after the swings.
No, that feeling.
But that was always the excuse. He would never get served. His son will get served. So Joe was the world's worst. Tight as a moose's ear. With a few. White was good for him. White was always good for him. With a few bit Molo, Maka, Frank McAvenny, some fantastic boys, some fantastic characters. But I was very fortunate. You know, you have certain teammates and you have certain periods in your career. Even though we had a tough time for a long period, the one thing was from 88 and all that 86, 88, right through to the end, we're very much in contact with each other right to this moment in time, you know what I mean? So I think that tells you the bond we had with that group of players. So they were a special group. Great guys as well as fantastic footballers, but very humble guys and got on with their work every day. But loved a night out, loved a laugh, loved a joke, but they knew what we were representing all the time. So I loved them all to bits, and they were, as I said, we're still a very close group that way.
Who was the biggest ladies man?
Are you feared to swear in front of Peter Grant? We usually say who's the top shagger, and he
Do you know what?
Hey, forgive me, Farah. Forgive me.
Hey, that's what I was going to say. I know Peter's a very religious man.
I never
sorry,
said that, Farah. I'm only joking. No, well, listen, Big White was probably the best looking boy. But listen, we've got Fry, with Mo, we had some belters, didn't we? Characters.
No many get sketches wrote about them.
Exactly. But the biggest thing about Macca as well, but you talk about the strikers I played with, and I'm talking about the Canios, Nicholas, you name them all right for coming into the team.
I tell you what, if you said Stuart Slater, he'd have probably missed when he was trying to put it in.
But the thing is, that's probably, I guess you go on to things you talk about Celtic or Rangers, you know, you say about players coming up. Celtic and Rangers were completely different then in the respect of when you came up then to try and play for them. It wasn't the fact you were signing for them because you were a top player before you came. But I really wondered why a lot of them come up and struggle, because I'd seen them playing. If I was a coach or a manager at that particular time, I'd have been interested in signing their guys.
Aye.
But coming and playing for Celtic or Rangers at that particular time was really, really difficult, because you don't think they realise it's 24 hours a day, you know, and that's what they had to accept, you know, and some of these boys couldn't handle it. It was nothing to do with the football, because they looked the fantastic players, I must admit, in training, so I can understand why the managers picked them to play at times, but once they cut them back on a Saturday on the pitch, no lot of them could take the stick the way I could take it.
Aye, you know.
Danny McGrain,
there you go, that's it. You don't even need to elaborate on that one, Peter. You don't even need to elaborate on that. One of the greatest of all time.